Let's catch up on the stocks making headlines from major investments, deals, order wins, acquisitions, and earning surprises. Here's a quick look at the stocks in focus today. I'm excited to see what's moving the markets.
Me too. There seems to be a lot happening, from international collaborations to significant acquisitions. Let's dive right in and see what we can uncover, shall we?
Absolutely. First up, Bharti Airtel, right? They've announced a deal with SpaceX.
Exactly. Bharti Airtel is teaming up with SpaceX to bring Starlink internet to India, contingent on regulatory approvals, of course. It's the first deal of its kind for Starlink in India.
Wow, that's huge. So they're basically aiming to connect underserved communities, right?
Precisely. They plan to integrate Starlink with existing services and their Eutelsat OneWeb partnership. Think of it like combining different pieces of a puzzle to create a comprehensive connectivity solution.
Interesting. Okay, next we have ICICI Bank Limited. What's going on with them?
They have a scheme of arrangement in place for delisting ICICI Securities shares, which is now effective. The record date for determining eligible shareholders is set for March 24th, 2025.
So it's basically a restructuring move, right?
Exactly. They are issuing new ICICI Bank shares based on a swap ratio. It triggers a share cancellation and issuance process to streamline their operations.
Okay, got it. Now, CG Power and Industrial Solutions, tell me about them.
They've secured a long-term supply agreement with Kinet Railway Solutions for Vande Bharat train sets. That's a pretty significant order.
Vande Bharat, nice. So what exactly does this agreement entail?
It includes the supply and servicing of propulsion kits and other items. The initial purchase order is valued between 400-450 crores rupees for 10 train sets. And it also includes a 35-year service order.
A 35-year service order? That's massive. Okay, let's move on to Godrej Agrovet Limited. What's their story?
Godrej Agrovet's board has approved the acquisition of the remaining 48.06% stake in Creamline Dairy Products Limited, or CDPL, for 930 crore rupees. So they're taking full ownership.
Okay, so CDPL will become a wholly owned subsidiary. What does CDPL do exactly?
CDPL is engaged in milk procurement, processing, and manufacturing. In FY24, their turnover was 3,154.05018 lakh. It's like Godrej Agrovet is solidifying their presence in the dairy sector.
Makes sense. Next up is Rail Vikas Nigam Limited, or RVNL.
RVNL emerged as the lowest bidder for an NHAI project in Andhra Pradesh. The project involves constructing a 6-lane access-controlled connectivity to Visakhapatnam Port Road.
So this is a big infrastructure project for them?
Yes, it is to be executed on a hybrid annuity mode, aligning with RVNL's normal course of business. They are strengthening their position in infrastructure development.
All right, let's talk about Union Bank of India. What's the news there?
Fitch affirmed their long-term issuer default rating at BBB- with a stable outlook, and they upgraded the viability rating to BB- from B+. Pretty positive news, actually.
That sounds promising. What's driving this upgrade?
Well, the upgrade is driven by improvements in their risk profile and financial performance. Fitch projects strong Indian GDP growth, which supports bank performance. It's like a vote of confidence in their stability.
Okay, that's good to know. Now, Senores Pharmaceuticals Limited. What's happening with them?
They announced the acquisition of an additional 3.73% equity stake in their subsidiary Havix Group Inc., also known as Avis Pharmaceuticals. Their shareholding in Havix will increase from 51.23% to 54.96%.
Is this a big move for them?
It aims to consolidate their direct holding in the subsidiary. The acquisition is valued at USD 160 per share and is funded with cash. Think of it as tightening their grip on a key asset.
Got it. Moving on to KPI Green Energy Ltd. Any interesting developments there?
They've appointed Surinder Kumar Negi as their Chief Operating Officer, or COO. He brings over 40 years of experience in power transmission and renewable energy.
That's a lot of experience. What's he expected to do in this role?
He'll focus on scaling renewable energy projects and expanding infrastructure. He's held previous leadership roles at NTPC, Power Grid, and Reliance Energy.
All right, let's shift gears to S Kulkarni Developers Limited. Sounds like they've hit a snag?
They received an order from the Income Tax Department imposing a penalty of rupees 81 crore, 76 lakh 7,646. That's quite a hefty penalty.
Wow, what's the penalty related to?
It relates to the assessment year 2016-2017 under Section 271(1)(c). The issues occurred before the company's corporate insolvency resolution process, or CIRP. So it's a legacy issue they are dealing with.
Okay, that sounds complicated. What about Unitech Limited?
They've completed the sale of their wholly owned subsidiary, Unitech Power Transmission Limited, or UPTL. They received full consideration of rupees 50 crore 89 lakh from Oro Infra Private Limited.
So UPTL is no longer part of Unitech?
Correct. The sale was executed as per a Supreme Court order. So it's a done deal as of March 11th, 2025.
All right. Zydus Lifesciences Limited is next on our list.
Zydus Lifesciences Board has approved the acquisition of a controlling 85.6% stake in Amplitude Surgical SA, France, for 256.8 million euro. That's a significant international move.
What's the plan with Amplitude Surgical after the acquisition?
They plan to file a mandatory simplified cash tender offer for the remaining shares at the same price, and they intend to delist Amplitude Surgical from Euronext Paris after the tender offer, if conditions are met.
Okay, let's move on to Greenlam Industries Limited.
Greenlam Industries announced a record date of March 21st, 2025 for a bonus issue of equity shares. The bonus issue ratio is 1:1, so one new share for every existing share.
A 1:1 bonus issue, that's quite generous. What's the face value of the shares?
The shares have a face value of rupee 1. It's a way to reward shareholders, I suppose.
Next up is Tata Technologies Limited.
They've announced strategic organizational changes and a refreshed growth strategy, focusing on customer-centric innovation and engineering excellence.
What kind of changes are we talking about here?
They're deepening engagements with top global clients and strengthening their relationships with the Tata Motors Group. They are also strengthening leadership in embedded software and the SDV business. Think of it as refining their approach for future growth.
Okay, that sounds like a comprehensive overhaul. Let's talk about LT Foods Limited.
They've launched a new global campaign featuring Shah Rukh Khan for Dwat Basmati rice titled Bring Out Your Finest. Trying to boost brand appeal.
Shah Rukh Khan, that's a big endorsement.
It is. The campaign also featured Zeenat Aman and is directed by Shudhit Sarkar. LT Foods reported consolidated revenue of approximately rupees 7,822 crore in FY24. So, it's an effort to strengthen consumer engagement globally.
All right. Last but not least, Thomas Cook India Limited.
They've launched the Borderless Travel Card, which is a prepaid Forex card for international usage, designed for domestic leisure travelers.
Multiple currencies, I assume?
Absolutely. It supports multiple currencies, including USD, EUR, GBP, AUD, CAD, SGD, JPY, THB, AED, CHF, SAR, and NZD. That's a pretty comprehensive offering.
Well, that covers everything for today. What an eventful day in the stock market. Disclaimer, we advise investors to check with certified experts before taking any investment decisions.
Absolutely. It's crucial to do your homework. And if you enjoyed this rundown, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more daily insights.
So, what's your takeaway from today's highlights?
I think we're seeing a lot of strategic moves, from tech collaborations to acquisitions and organizational restructuring. It's a dynamic market, and staying informed is key.